Hi everyone, Saren over here, and I'm back again with another video, this time on 10 titles you can grind before Shadowlands. We're getting closer to the end of Battle for Azeroth, and while some players are not going to miss it, I think I will. I enjoyed the expansion, but like anything, it has to come to an end. Shadowlands is just around the corner, and if you've done everything you want in the game and you're running out of things to do before the release, then this is the video for you. I'm going to cover 10 titles you can achieve straight away or with a little bit of a grind just before Shadowlands. I'll be open and honest here and say that I don't actually have some of these titles myself, but I'm working towards them, so I'm going to practice what I preach. However, a lot of these are super easy to get and can be done in a matter of minutes to a matter of hours. Before we get started though, please like this video and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Don't forget about that notification bell either. So, why don't you grab a drink, AFK PvP Battleground, whilst I talk you through some of the more rarer but grindable titles. First title, The Patient, is an account-wide title that is currently owned by 77% of profiles on Warcraft.com, making it quite a common title. I've achieved this title, so you definitely can too. It's fairly straightforward and forms part of the Looking for Multitudes achievement. The step that grants the title is Looking for Many, that requires you to use the Dungeon Finder tool to finish random heroic dungeons until you've grouped with 50 random players total, so if you've not ran many dungeons then this is the one for you. I recommend looking at some transmogs you're after and just simply queue for those heroics. This should take you about 12 runs to do, so not too many on the grand scheme of things. The Seeker title is an account-wide title that's currently owned by 71% of profiles on Wowhead, making it quite a common title again. I've achieved this title, so you definitely can. Again, it's fairly straightforward, but it is becoming a little rarer due to the speed of leveling nowadays for new starters. To achieve the title, you have to complete 3,000 quests, which isn't much of a task, and most people should have already done this, but if not, it is time to get cracking. Make a big dent in this by doing the BFA War campaign, as you'll get a mount at the end of that too. The Jenkins title is an account-wide title that's currently owned by 63% of profiles on Wowhead, making this one quite common as well. If you're not aware of the history of the title, then you're missing out, because Leroy Jenkins was a player with the Pals for Life guild who pulled a room full of whelps in Upper Blackrock Spire and was one of the first crossovers into mainstream media during the WoW vanilla period.
Give me a number crunch real quick.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm coming up with 32.33, repeating of course, percentage of survival.
Oh, that's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums,
ready, guys?
let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my god, he just ran in. Save him!
Oh gee, stick to the plane!
Oh Jesus, let's go. Stick to the pledge,
Stick to the plane!
Oh gee, oh fuck. Give me divine intervention! Hurry up.
This title is a reward from the achievement Leroy, requires you to emulate Leroy Jenkins in Upper Blackrock Spire and killing 50 rookery whelps. It's super easy, but does take a little bit of time due to the travel, running around through the dungeon, etc. Professor title is an account-wide title that's currently owned by only 29% of profiles on Wowhead, making it a one to show off. I've achieved this, so you definitely can as well. This is a title that requires old content grinds after Shadowlands launches, as it requires archaeology. It's already been announced that archaeology is not receiving an update for Shadowlands. Thankfully it's not being removed from the game like First Aid was, so this is a title worth grinding for. To get this, you have to complete the achievement It Belongs in a Museum, which requires you to find 30 rare artifacts from archaeology. The achievement forms part of a larger achievement, the Search for Fact Not Truth, which doesn't actually reward you anything, so you can pretty much stop once you get this achievement. I'd recommend doing this by picking up dig sites during the DFA daily quests, or if you're a sucker for punishment, do it whilst grinding for the Vial of the Sand recipe. Blood Champion title is an account-wide title that is currently owned by 22% of profiles on Wowhead, making it again a one to show off. I've achieved this one, so you definitely can as well. This forms part of a questline that ultimately sees you compete in the Ring of Blood in the Grand. Completing the Ring of Blood awards you the title, however, to get this, you need to have your garrison established in Warlords of Draenor, and then it requires a little bit of luck. As part of the weekly garrison campaign quests, you're looking for the quest Garrison Campaign, the Ring of Blood. After that, you need to head to Nagrand for a small quest to kill an NPC called Lugdol, and then collect 50 bloodstones off the ogres in the surrounding area. Target the elites as they drop more. Then complete the Ring of Blood, and simple as that, get your title. Now the next one is a different title depending on if you're Horde or Alliance. For the Horde you get the title Timberlord. For the Alliance you get the Commando Jack. This is an account-wide title that's currently owned by only 17% of profiles on Wowhead, so it's definitely one if you want to start showing off. And again, I've achieved this one, so you definitely can. Get this, you're going to need to require, again, the garrison setup and Warlords of Draenor, and the Lumber Mill garrison building setup too. Then it's as simple as placing 100 work orders at the Lumber Mill to earn the achievement, chopping even more logs. It sounds like a lot, but it can actually be achieved much more quickly if you do it on all of your alts, as it's not limited to one character. Title Field Photographer is an account-wide title that is currently owned by only 14% of profiles on Wowhead, so it's making it quite rare amongst players. I've recently achieved this title, so you definitely can. It requires you to fly to several locations throughout the whole world of Warcraft and use your selfie camera to capture a photo of yourself there. Like I say, I've recently completed this achievement and it only took me a couple of hours flying to all of the locations. One of the ways I encouraged myself to do this was to check if there were any vendors nearby each location that sold rare recipes. Bonus for gold makers, as you would normally not travel to some of these locations. Similarly, you can look at pets as well. A quick tip, make use of portals and Hearthstone cooldowns to speed things up, or, just do it on a mage. Again, it can be done across several characters, so you may have already completed portions of this without even realising it. The Demon Slayer title is an account-wide title that's currently owned by only 11% of profiles, making it quite rare amongst players. I've actually not achieved this title, so I've got it on my pre-Shadowlands checklist to actually go and complete. It is rewarded from a multi-achievement line that references John Carpenter's They Live, which starred the late Rowdy Roddy Piper. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it, as it's one of those films that really gets you thinking. So in order to get this title, you're going to have to do a lot of killing on Argus, as it requires you to kill a total of 7,600 non-trivial demons. However, there is an incentive, as the third stage actually rewards you the Bleakhoof Runestride amount, which is where I'm currently stuck at the moment. The stages for this are: we came here for 2 reasons achievement, which is slaying 100 non-trivial demons on Argus. To kill demons, slay 500 non-trivial demons on Argus. And chew mana buns, slay 2,000 non-trivial demons on Argus. This gives you the Mount Bleakhoof Runestride, and then we're all out of mana buns. Slay 5,000 non-trivial demons on Argus, which gives you the title Demon Slayer. This is a direct homage to the famous line from They Live: "I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum." The Synaptist is not an account-wide title, and it's currently only owned by 7% of profiles on Wowhead, so it is very rare amongst players. Again, I've not achieved this title, so I've got it on my pre-Shadowlands to-do list. This is a reward from quite a quirky achievement called Synaptist, which requires you to complete 7 Mists of Pandaria scenarios on a Saturday. It doesn't have to happen on the same Saturday, and it is reliant on daily reset time as opposed to server reset time, so don't start doing it at 12 o'clock midnight on Saturday morning. To do this in BFA, you simply need to go to the Seat of Knowledge and speak to Lord Walker Fu, the scenario storyteller, who also queues you for the Mist of Pandaria looking for raids, and then you can simply solo queue them to defeat them. It is one of those things that I'm going to have to set a reminder for on my calendar to remember to do it, as it is very easy, so you might as well get the title done. Final one that I want to talk about is the title of the Alliance. It's an account-wide title that's currently owned by about 3% of profiles on Wowhead, so it is very, very rare amongst players. Again, this is a title that I haven't actually achieved, so it's on my pre-Shadowlands to-do list, and I suspect that this is a title that I'll be continuing to get way into Shadowlands due to my lack of PvP play. But I do have a heap of respect for people who've achieved this title, as it requires you to get 100,000 honourable kills. A small bonus aim is that if you really want to do nothing but PvP, then why not progress to the final achievement title of 250,000 honourable kills for the badass title, The Bloodthirsty. So that is 10 titles that you can get before Shadowlands launches. Again, if the video has been of any use to you, please like and subscribe. I do try to get these videos out quite often, but in the meantime, take care, have fun, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.